Hi.
Hey,
Hey. How are you?
not about yourself?
Good, good, good. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna introduce myself a bit. I'm a special care counselor.
Okay.
My name is Steph. You can call me Stephane or Steph, whatever's easier for you.
Okay.
I've been working as a special care counselor for roughly about 3 years. Um, so I'm just gonna talk to you a little bit first about confidentiality.
All right.
There's
Sure.
just a little form that I need you to fill out.
No problem.
I'm just gonna start by saying basically, anything you say in this room to me, stays here in this room with us. Um, Legally, I could not tell anybody anything we talk about in our session.
Okay.
So, I just want you to if that's comforting for you, you can feel like you can open up. The only thing is if there were, the only clause in that is that if you were to talk about harming yourself or somebody else, I would have to talk to my superior about it. So aside from that, that's pretty much just the paper I'm gonna give you right now. You can fill it out.
Okay.
My rate is about $50 an hour. So we can work that out multiple different ways. So I'm just gonna give you this little contract to sign.
All right. No problem. Here you go.
Thank you. All right. So why don't you talk to me a little bit about why you came to see me today?
Well, I'll introduce myself. I'm Brock.
Okay.
I'm 19 years old. I'm from Montreal. And what's concerning me today is that I have a little problem in my life at the moment. I'm trying to, I just discovered that I'm a homosexual and that I'm trying to tell my parents, but the thing is, my parents are very religious and very conservative, so I'm afraid many things might happen, such as possibly getting kicked out of my own house.
Right. So if I understand correctly, it all boils down to fear of rejection
Yeah,
from your parents, which is pretty heavy.
yeah, that's fear is a big part of what's part of my problem at the moment.
Right. So, why don't you tell me a little bit more about just how that makes you feel and like what your main concerns are in there and just the feelings you've been living with, basically.
Well, first of all, I feels that I can't fully express myself when I'm at the comfort of my own home. I have to put on a mask
Hmm.
when I'm at home, and I have to just play along with something that I'm not.
Right. So basically, you're trying to put a mask on in front of your parents and um, without taking words out of your mouth or anything, you feel like you're walking on eggshells.
Exactly, yeah. Like my friends and socially, people know that I'm a homosexual. It's just that when I'm at home, I have to completely change my whole identity, and I feel that I want to tell them, but I'm not sure about what response I'd get in return.
Is masculinity a big thing in your family?
Oh, very much so. My dad is ex-military, so he's a very masculine figure,
Right.
and he what I get discouraged about is because he discriminates against homosexuals. So every time we would see a homosexual within the car or in public, he'd always say, "Look at that sissy, look at that fag," and that every time I'd hear that, I'd always it would put me down.
Yeah, that I can totally understand how that must be hurtful. Are your friends like? How do your friends react to it? Like, do you feel like you have a kind of like a close knit group that you can kind of talk to?
Oh,
And
yeah, yeah. My friends are. I'm really happy. I have this one friend that he's not gay, but I do talk to him about my emotions. He's really helped me throughout my journey. But I feel that why I came here in the first place is I'm seeking for professional guidance and just someone to help me with on my path because my friend is busy with school and work,
definitely,
so he has his own life, and I'm just trying to do my own life now too.
absolutely.
Mm.
Well, it's important for me to state. I mean, I could be here with you throughout this transition. I can't give you the answers to the problems you might necessarily be having, but I'm more than happy to go through this with you and to help you find an answer that suits you.
Awesome.
One thing that I've been wondering is do you think that your father has kind of like an idea that
I try to hide it really well when I'm at home, which is why I feel that I'm trapped at my own house.
right, right, that must be really hard.
Hmm.
So, tell me a little bit more about what's your like are you going to school? Are you working presently or
Well, I'm a full-time student as well as being a part-time. I work at Starbucks just part-time, so I make a little bit of money on that. Um, Another thing, a reason for acquiring a part-time job was just for the outcome of getting kicked out of my house, so that I would have some money on finding an apartment. So
right?
that's another thing that's been on my mind lately.
Okay, so this fear of getting kicked out is really real for you.
It feels that that whole getting kicked out and losing that contact with my folks is what's really on my mind
Right,
lately. Yeah.
right. So that as far as you see it, does that seem like the outcome that you'll get out of the situation? You really feel like if
I
you told your parents,
I feel that I don't want to say that, but I feel that there's a higher chance of me getting kicked out than staying.
right? Um, so I think this session was good so far.
Yeah.
You know, like we really got to know each other. I got to hear a little bit about your issues and what's going on. Um, so for now, we'll end this session, and I'd love to see you again, Joe. If you can come back, Brock. If you you know, just call my secretary and we can make another appointment and follow up.
Oh, sounds good. Thank
Cool.
you again.
Thank you so much, Brock.